morning, campers. We just got to the trailhead, or at least where the road closed, and we're going to attempt to make this, I think, like 1.6 miles hike up to the trailhead. They still have the road closed for winter, but I have seen people doing the trailhead, so we're going to give it a shot at Bierstadt today. It was a nice little ride up, but it has dropped down to 17 degrees, and there are some snow flurries happening, so we shall see if this kicks our butt today and maybe we have to turn around. But I'll do my best to document what happens and whether we succeed or have to figure something else out. All right, we finally got to a spot where we can actually see where we're going. There's no ice in the road, which is good, so I can film. Some really cool features up at the top. And we're almost to the start. I'd like to take this moment to remind both myself and others, know your limits when you go hiking, and also, more on, know the limits of the people that you're climbing and hiking with as I go over this sketchy ice patch in the road. It's okay to turn back. It's okay to take breaks and slow down. We're out here to have fun. We want to stay safe while we do it. All right, we have made it to the trailhead finally. As you may be able to hear, the winds have picked up a bit. We are up above most of the tree line, so we've got some sweet straight line winds. And since the parking lots are closed, we had this whole place to ourselves. All of Mount Bierstadt, all of this trail to ourselves today. And the cool thing is, there are some bathrooms up here, should one desire a reprieve. Don't necessarily need a potty right now, but maybe on the way back. And it looks like they are wide open. Yeah, there's no locks on them at all, but which is sweet. So let's see if we can find this trailhead. Right off the bat, we have a little snow on the trail. It's not deep, and it seems like it has slushed and then frozen for the most part. So we are sitting high and dry for the time being. You can see some post holes from some more unlucky hikers, but again, I've only been like maybe 100 yards of this, so I'm not going to say that it's going to stay like this, but so far we're doing good. All right, we have finally started going uphill a little bit, which is good because we'll never make it to the top if we don't go uphill. The easy part is over. We're starting to get to a point where the trail is deteriorating just a tad bit. It's not bad, and it's frozen, so mostly can stay on the top of it. Don't see too much slush, and it's not going to get warm enough for it to matter. I don't think. Still pretty early on, so I could be full of shit. We shall see. Onward and upward. We're doing it. We're doing it. Trail condition update. Honestly, this is the only thing that I don't like right now, and it's really not that bad because there is a path. As you can see in front of me, everything kind of slopes to this little ditch on the left-hand side. And if it's muddy, it can be kind of sloppy. And you're just kind of getting pushed up into the bushes on the side. Again, you're not post-holing or anything, everything's frozen, but it's just really, really narrow right here. But we're making do. We're still having a good time. And they even put little benches for us to sit down if we should like to rest. We're right about 4 miles in with the road that we did. And it just started getting steep, so finally getting my first sit-down break in. Getting some water, getting some rest, doing like I say and do. And then we'll keep going. We're doing good though. Got a little ice in my mustache, which is one of my favorite things about hiking in the cold. You see it? Yeah, you can. That's awesome. One of my other favorite things about hiking on these big elevation climbs is that the farther you go, the scenery changes. So we had some big swooping views before, but as we get closer to these kind of steep switchbacks that are behind me, the scenery changes. You get closer to some of the steep rock and get some really cool terrain. And it's like a new view every time you do it. It's just my little tidbit to keep me happy for the day while I suffer up this hill. The wind has picked up, but we are starting to see some really cool views coming over the top of this ridge. So I wanted to get those on video, get that little first glimpse. Is that little peak right there? It's not little, it's huge. It's really, really cool. We shall see if this even works with the wind, because it is it's pretty loud and it burns the skin. We're about, I think, a mile, maybe less, from the summit. Weather's holding pretty good. All right, we have gotten to a point where there is snow and ice literally everywhere. It's gone from just snowpack to hardpack ice and some sketchy conditions. So I think for the time being, put away the camera poles. I really felt like I need them now. I kind of feel like I do. All right, I hate to say it, but I think we're gonna have to turn back early. I'm right at 13,000 feet. The wind's pretty high. It is cold and I'm getting snow in my face, but mostly because the trail has turned to this. I don't necessarily have the winter gear to get up the steep terrain and the hard to pack snow and just unknown terrain. And then it is kind of steep down here, so if I were to misstep, as I'm getting a little chilly, it wouldn't be great. So as you can tell, the wind's blowing pretty good. So I'm gonna turn around and I'll come do this in summer. All right, we've made our descent out of the ice and snow, which is the best decision, but by the time it gets sunny and clears up, I'm like, man, maybe I should have finished it out. And then as soon as the wind gusts up and the sun goes away, I'm like, no, you made the right decision. Also, my lips are frozen. My mustache is frozen. That's it going right there. But we're coming back down. We're feeling good, even though we can't feel all of our body parts. I looked at the weather. Idaho Springs said it was 9 degrees with a wind chill of negative 11. So whatever that is, plus the elevation gain, we're probably at like 12.5 right now. So we're gonna keep chugging on back home. Got about 4 miles downhill. Then we'll be back to finish her up. right, this is the last time I'm going to complain about it, but looking back up at it, and it's so clear all of a sudden, and only 40 minutes ago, I was getting my ass whooped. You can probably see where I stopped up there, but come on, man. It looks so nice now. It's our last look. Get me out of the photo. Actually enjoy the good stuff. We have made it back to the parking lot. Only have 1.8 miles to go. Fortunately, it's all paved. It's all downhill. All right, let me get that situated though. There's not much hope left in it. Okay, so we got a lot done today. I'm pretty proud with the progress that we made, with as inexperienced as I am as a Colorado hiker, especially in this time of year. The earliest I've been hiking up a 14er was May, and I had to stop on that one too. So pretty stoked with what we've done. I think there are only a couple things that I wish I would have brought that I did not, and that is, of course, crampons. That would have been super helpful and probably would have gotten us to the top. And then the other is a warmer beanie. Mine was good, but it wasn't amazing. I do have one that is a bit warmer. It's got like a fleece lining on the inside of it. And then the last thing is probably a face shield, like I have for snowboarding, because the wind was crazy up there, as you'll obviously have seen. But we are going to skedaddle back to Denver and get some sustenance and hopefully recharge, because my ankles and my hips are gassed. So along with more stamina and cardio training, also hip and ankle flexibility stuff. So we will get that done, but I appreciate you coming along for the ride, and we'll see you next time.